Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new series of vlogs here in Geistal. So we are in Austria, we are in Bavarian Alps, and I am one of the many sons that a farmer had, and I'm back on the land to help. I'll tell you more about it in a second. Alrighty, so I just enjoyed my beautiful cup of coffee. It was very nice and warm. We are in the middle of winter. Let me just show you. We are in January and we are walking in this beautiful town of Geistal. So this is my hometown from when I was a kid, and later on I went away for college and established my own company, which is now running almost by itself. I just have to give a few directions here and there, but otherwise it's good. So yeah, my father, the owner of the property here, he actually is kind of on a sick leave. He's gonna have a few operations and he's out of business for the moment. And I'm one of 5 brothers and 3 sisters, so there's 5 of us in total. Some of them are here on the farm, but none of them can really help in a big way. So yeah, you will see them from time to time driving tractors or doing any sort of farm work, which requires multiple people, but otherwise I'm gonna be taking over for the time being. Now, as you can see, there are a lot of mountains around this town, and yeah, this is gonna be one of the most challenging vlogs I have ever recorded, I think. But I really want to make sure that I record everything for... Oh, look at that, a bakery. Yum yum. Yeah, it's been some time since I left here, and in the old town not much has changed. But still, it's very good to be back home. Alrighty. Bought myself a nice little bagel. Most of the coffee shops are closed. It's in the middle of winter and you can't really sit outside for long. So let me take my car and let's go to our farm. Now, it's been some time since I was here, so it might take a bit of getting used to back to this place, but yeah. I've been recording vlogs since I started establishing my own company. Hello. Hello, sir. Yeah, let's carefully go around. I don't know what his deal is, but okay, let's call him a tourist. In any case, yeah, I have recorded a lot of vlogs setting up my company and how to run it, but I have never done anything similar around how to run a farm. And since I grew up on a farm, I think this is going to be pretty interesting. And I can already tell you that one of the things that are gonna make these vlog series different is that we actually have a lot of mountains here, a lot of hills, and our farm is actually based almost on top of one of those hills on our left. Yeah, but I still think this is gonna be a very interesting thing, very tough. Because I seem to remember that father has, well, enough equipment to do basic things. Nothing major, nothing too powerful, nothing modern. Because, yeah, both father and mother put everything they had into bringing us kids up. As I said, there's a lot of us. And, you know, it's not easy to fund everybody's school and, you know, a place to stay while you study. Man, this brings back memories. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I should pay attention to where I'm driving. So, yeah, basically we're in the beginning of the year, which is quite a busy year for farms, and I don't know how much Father actually done already or where we're gonna take over, but I think we're gonna have quite full hands with stuff to do. Yeah, I really do remember these roads like the back of my hand, you know, when we were teenagers. When Dad lent us the car and we went to town for ice cream. But as usual, we are here in Austria, and there are very strict laws around what you can do, what you can't do on the farm. We're gonna be taking a closer look of that. There are kind of a lot of rules considering on how to maintain and how to use your vehicles so you don't wear them out too quickly, or you don't put too much strain on them. So we're gonna be going through that, and yeah, I do expect we're gonna have a lot of issues at the beginning, and I do hope that I'll be able to actually upgrade the farm, maybe expand the business, maybe buy a few new pieces of equipment, you know, just to make things easier and better to run for my father when he's able to take back over. I don't think I'm gonna stay here for the rest of my life, but it's gonna be a nice little intermezzo in my life. Yeah, now we're getting closer to home, but it's still quite a ways to go, mostly uphill. You probably can't really feel the hillside, but yeah, it's very, very steep. And as you can see, I will provide some information on what's going on the farm on screen, and on the top right corner you can see the bank account. This is actually connected to the farm's bank account, so this is not mine. I'm gonna keep this separate. Again, because of the laws, you know, if you put money in, you're gonna get, you're gonna have to pay a lot in taxes, and I do want to avoid that if I possibly can. Yeah, we're making our way uphill. The views are gonna be incredible, I can promise you that. And this is our turn. Gotta be careful driving around these roads because you never know. The locals sometimes do use inappropriate speeds. Yeah, really does stir my heart coming back to the farm. It's been a while. It's been like 12 years, I think, since I left. And this is our turn in. So it really didn't take too long. But we are here. And this is our farmhouse. Everybody, let me welcome you to Geistal. Alright, so this is Dad's car. I'm kind of eager to meet everybody, but I'll turn off the camera for this because, yeah, privacy and stuff. So Stay tuned and I'll see you in a jiffy. Do you know, I never got used or bored of this sight, of this view when I was a kid. And I gotta say, I'm not bored of it right now. Let me try and zoom in so you see what I mean. Look at this countryside. So yeah, our farm is located quite high up in the mountains, so we have a beautiful view down the valley. As you can see, there's a lot of fields. Down there at the back there's the town that we've just been in, where we came from in the beginning of the video, and it's not really easy to see right now because the sun is shining straight into our eyes. But you can see the Golden River, you can see the mountains, you can see even tracks and pathways onto the mountains. And yeah, but during the night you can actually see the city lights glow, which is a beautiful sight, and I'll make sure to show you all of that. Okay, so yeah, I've met Mom. She's feeling okay, but she can't really take care of the farm on her own, so this is why we are here, to lend a manly hand. And for the next step, I think it's time to show around the farm, so you know a bit where we are, what we do, and what we got to work with. So, this is the original farmhouse, the main house everybody lives in. It's a very big house, so yeah, a lot of families can live here. This right here is a multi-story building. So we got 3 stories. We got the main story that has the cow pen. We got storage in the first story, and we got storage on the second story, and of course the bird houses and a beautiful mural on top. So if we go take a closer look, this over here is the slurry pit. This is where in this channel the slurry flows into there, and then we can pump it and take it on the fields. Over here there's a slurry tanker, the bower. It's not big, but as I said, there's a lot of mountains here, so it can't really be too big. This is an interesting piece of equipment. This is an I4 Williams cattle trailer. We can also use it to transport goats, sheep, and pigs, I think. But if we go in here, this is the main feeding trough for our cattle. From over there we actually put animals in. This is the separating pen. And then the animals go through this piece. This can be opened or closed, so it makes a nice little corridor. And then the animals have the main barn over here for resting or if they need cover. And they have a nice little pasture over here. So currently I think we have around 22 animals. They are Holstein. Yeah, hello. Yeah, look at that beautiful fur. And we have a few younglings. Yeah, you're struggling uphill. I understand. I'm struggling too, and I'm much older than you are. Okay, so yeah, this is the bottom part, mostly for cows, so nothing major. And if we go out through here, this is where the milk is stored. So this is an automatic milking system, Nautilus from Lely. And this is where we can actually fill up the milk tanker when it's got enough for us to transport down to the dairy. This is our manure heap, mostly self-explanatory there. And of course the Austrian flag. You gotta have that. And this is our main garage. So in here there's a few pieces of debris. There is a New Holland TX32 combine with a matching header. As you can see, everything is quite old and worn. We got a car trailer, we got a few mowers, seeder, and a transport thingy. Samurai. So yeah, we got a samurai here in Austria. Yeah, there's a lot of specifics with these buildings, and as you can see, there are actually logs to prevent snow drifting down and falling on people. I always found that as a nice touch. Okay, if we make our way around this main garage, we come to the upper part of the farm, and over here we got a few sheds. Yeah, somebody forgot to close one of them. But yeah, there's another garage over here, a bit of a storage place. This is the famous juicer, where we can press grapes or apples and make juice. And of course, a bit of debris, and a cultivator sits in here. Let's close the doors. Then we have our water tanker, Joskin, a grain trailer, and this is actually a grain silo. As you can see on the left and on the right, there's another one. So we got 3 silos over here, which means we can store up to 3 different crops. And if I'm not mistaken, we actually have something in there. I'm gonna have to ask Mom about it. But yeah, a beautiful Fliegel trailer. The plow, of course you gotta have it. And then we come, okay, I don't want to miss anything, but we come to our middle part of the barn. So there are a few special things here, and one of those is we got a hay chute over here, and we actually dump wet grass and it blows it over into that bunker. And if we provide some straw for heating, we can actually turn this grass into hay. Yeah, these are the heaters, and over here we have to provide some straw for the furnace, and it heats everything up and it dries the grass. This is kind of a front loader slash mover, Zittelmeyer ZL501. This is a relic. This is an extremely old piece of tech, but it works, which is the main thing. Yeah, let's close it back up. Then we have, well, there's a bit of parking space over here. We can actually open this. So if we got bales, we can actually throw them down over here or load them up. We can do the same from here. As you can see, both doors slide onto the right, and we have a beautiful opening here. Whoop. Or we can use the loader or something like that to load bales up, or we can use this to throw the bales down and load them into the straw blower, for example, which I don't think we have. And over here we can dump actual bales of hay or straw for bedding. So yeah, this goes directly down to the cattle enclosure. And this is the main workshop of the farm. We got a beautiful Mercedes-Benz truck. This has been on the farm for a very long time. And yeah, it's one of my favorite pieces of equipment. And of course, if we need to fix anything, we can do it here. Just look at these views. And we make our way to the top of the barn. And we have our Fendt tractor over here. This is the strongest tractor we have. I think it's 150 horsepower. Turbo, of course. And we do actually need a tractor like this, or even more powerful, for the slopes that we're gonna use it on. But again, it's a very old piece of kit, and it might need replacing, well, I hope soon. Well, not need soon, but I hope we can replace it soon. And this is the loft. This is the upper part, where we are probably gonna store some bales also and some lighter pieces of equipment. We got our Boss Pottinger Alpine 251 forage harvester, forage wagon, and we got Kuhn, yeah, GR4251 GM windrower. And because we have the hay dryer, we don't really need a tether. Again, a door over here where we can throw things off. Yeah, I always got scared coming close to this opening, because it's not only the view down, it's the view down here too. So this is the upper part of the chute, where we can again throw some bales down and then spread them left and right. And this is another door we can use to throw some things down if we need to. I don't think we will, but if we do, we got an option to do so. Alright, well, so this was basically the tour of the farm. There are a lot of fields that we can't really visit right now. Well, we won't visit right now, but we'll visit them throughout the vlog series. So yeah, make sure that you stay tuned. And I think I'm gonna show you the sunset here from the balcony. And this is gonna be, I think, it for today. So the next episode is gonna be in the beginning of February. And we're gonna start probably doing some work on the farm, on the fields, trying out some new equipment and whatnot. But yeah, stay tuned. Thank you all for watching. I hope you are gonna have a lot of fun watching this vlog series. At least as much fun as I'm gonna be having making them. So take care and goodbye. Oh, one more thing. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe so you see the notifications, click the bell button and all the jazz, because otherwise you won't get notified. You can also join us on Discord, where each and every video is noted when it comes out and announced, so you don't miss anything. Thank you all for watching, and goodbye.